Hello students. So last class we discussed about common disease in human. So today we start a new topic, immunity. Humans are exposed to millions of potential pathogens daily through contact, ingestion and inhalation. So the human immune system is more like a defense mechanism of the body which is essential for our survival and help us fight many diseases and infection. For example, you just consider this as an example, okay? So when the stranger comes and beat you, what happens? You will protect yourself by defending him. Like that, we are exposed to many diseases in our day-to-day life. So our bodies also undergoes many mechanisms to fight against that. So when the foreign particles which enters our body, we call that as an antigen. When our body which fight against that antigen, so that we termed as antibodies. So these are we going to discuss in brief, and how does our body responds to the antigen and how it fight against the antigen and how our body which is boost up with the immunity. So this we going to discuss in brief. So the human system is more like a defense mechanism of the body which is essential for our survival and help us to fight many diseases and infection. So today our current topic will be the coronavirus. So how we are defending, how we are protecting for the coronavirus. The physical barrier method is by wearing the mask. Yes, by cleansing your hand with the hand sanitizer. So these are and maintaining the distances. So these are all the physical barriers which we can protect from the corona disease. When this disease which occur in the human body, what happen? So how the body will respond it and what in all the process which is carry over in the body. Okay, so this is one of the example we taken a corona. Okay, so we're just going to study in brief. The immune system is made up of many special tissues, cells, organs and proteins, etc. So this will be our immune system. You can see the immune system, the mucous membrane, lymphatic vessels, thymus, bone marrow, lymphatic vessels, spleen, lymph node and tonsil. So these are the organs. We have the primary and secondary organs which we consider to be the immune system. Immunology. It means in science that studies the structure and functioning of the immune system. The term refers to the structure and functioning of the immune system. The study of immune response is called immunology, in other words. What is immunity? The term immunity in Latin, it called free of burdens. And in medical term, we call freedom from disease. So that we termed as a immunity. The ability of host cell. What is host cell? We consider to be that as an antigen, the foreign particles. To fight the disease causing microorganisms due to immune system is called immunity. It has greater importance in medicine because it probes into the various causes of disease due to the lack of immunity. So why we were visiting the doctor when we affected by the disease. So why we were going to visit the doctor will prescribe some medicines to overcome in the particular disease. So top 10 immune boosting foods are citrus fruit, pineapple, pumpkin seeds, berries, yogurt, wheatgrass, garlic, ginger, turmeric and vegetables. So these are the immune boosting system which you can consume it daily by natural. So now we move on types of immunity. Innate immunity and acquired immunity. So what is innate immunity? Innate, it means at birth. Non-specific type of defense present at the time of birth and provide different kinds of barrier to entry of the foreign agents into the body. So innate immunity. So when we are born, that time we have the natural immunity which is present in our body itself. Okay, so that is considered to innate immunity. So the innate immunity which comes from our mother womb. With the help of the placenta, we will have lot of immunity which is impounded in our body by nature itself. So the first is when you're feeding, when your mother giving the first milk called colostrum. Okay, so that colostrum where we can have the plenty of immunity which is present in that milk. So only the doctor advises and the mother prescribes to give your milk during the time period up to 2 years. Mother milk is our natural immunity which is fulfilled in the milk. These are also referred as non-specific immunity. So this type of immunity is shown any non-self material. So these are the first line defense against infection. So it consists of 4 types of barrier: physiological barrier, physical barrier, cellular barrier, cytokine barrier. So this will be very important. You just go through. Okay. So I just repeat it again: physiological barrier, physical barrier, cellular barrier, and cytokine barrier. So what is physical barrier? Skin mucus coating of epithelium lining the respiratory, gastrointestinal, and urogenital tract. So they prevent the entry of microorganisms. So skin is the main barrier that prevents the entry of foreign microbes. The mucus coating of the epithelium that lines the gastrointestinal tract, respiratory tract, urogenital tract also trap any microbes that try to enter the body. Next we move on to physiological barrier. Acid in stomach and saliva in mouth will be the physiological barrier. So these barriers prevent the microbial growth in the body. The acid in the stomach or even the saliva in the mouth and tear from eyes prevent this microbial growth. Next we move on to cellular barrier. Leukocytes, neutrophils, monocytes are the examples. So these are the WBC cells. Yes, white blood cells which fight against the disease. So we call WBC as police force act on the body. If microbes do enter the body, these cellular barrier protect by killing and destroying the microbes. Some leukocytes like the polymorphonucleoleucocytes, that is PMNL, and monocytes are natural killer, a type of lymphocytes in the blood along with macrophages in tissues are examples of cellular barrier. Cytokine barrier. When virus infected the cell, it secretes protein called interferon. So they protect the other non-infected cells from any further viral infection. So these are the 4 types of barrier which we can see under innate immunity. So here we study the difference between innate and acquired immunity. So before proceeding with the acquired immunity, I just give you the difference between. So you can easily understand the terms. Innate immunity, it present from birth itself. Acquired is also called as adaptive. It develops during the lifetime. The immunity remains throughout the life. It can be short-lived or lifelong. So acquired immunity is like when you put the vaccinations. So innate immunity, contact or exposure with pathogen or its antigen is not essential. In acquired immunity, the contact with pathogen or its antigen is essential. Innate immunity is inheritable and acquired immunity cannot be passed to the next generation except for a brief period to neonates. So neo means child. In innate immunity, it protects the individual from contraction of disease of other organisms. It protects the individual from pathogens, prevents on other members of the same species. So these are the difference between innate and acquired immunity. Now we proceed with acquired immunity. Acquired immunity is like after the birth. Pathogen specific and it present only in vertebrates. It is a pathogen specific defense characterized by memory. When our body encounters a pathogen, first time it produces a response called primary response of low intensity. Subsequent encounter by same pathogen produce highly intensified response called secondary response. Primary and secondary response are carried out with the help of B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. So these are the cells which we can consider to be primary and secondary response. B lymphocytes produce army of protein called antibodies, which having two light and two heavy chains. It involves two types of lymphocytes. So B lymphocyte and T lymphocyte. B lymphocytes show humoral immune response and T lymphocytes show cell-mediated immunity. Thank you.